Blake Shelton explains why he hopes nobody will ever cover his songs. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Throughout his career in country music, Blake Shelton produced 30 one-hit songs. That legacy included songs like God's Country, Ole Red, and Some Beach. Knowing the perfect ingredients to record a hit song, the singer released his latest album, for recreational use only, back in May. Continuing to leave his mark in country music, Shelton recently opened up about the legacy he created and why he hoped nobody would ever cover his songs. Videos by American songwriter. For most singers, hearing another artist or band perform one of their hit songs was a form of celebration. But when it came to Shelton, he learned that some performances were better than the original. Speaking with Taste of Country Nights, Shelton insisted, "I hope nobody ever remakes any of my music, because I know that will happen to me. People will be like, oh my God, way better than Blake Shelton." While it seemed that Shelton struggled with imposter syndrome, it was almost impossible to think of another singer who could take a classic from the country star. Take God's Country, for example. When released, the song quickly landed No. 1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs. The song also brought him the Single of the Year award at the CMA Awards. The accolades continued to pile up as he won the same award at the ACM Awards. And, if that wasn't enough, on Spotify, God's Country brought in over 430 million streams. Blake Shelton reveals one song that was better than the original. Although his legacy within country music will remain untouched long after he decided to step off the stage one last time, Shelton listed one example of a cover being better than the original. Sharing his opinion, Shelton suggested that he believed No Doubt's cover of Talk Talk's It's My Life was better. Some fans would agree with Shelton as the song climbed over 153 million views on YouTube. As for what fans had to say about the cover, comments included, "I love her energy, she's beautiful, smart, imaginative, sad. These types of songs are long gone. Truly one of a kind." One fan added, "This is how you remake a cover and make it your own. This is one of the best covers of a song I've ever heard. I love how No Doubt put a rock and pop spin on this. The visuals of the video are superb. I love Gwen's old Hollywood look." While voicing his worries, Shelton had more than enough time to add a few more timeless classics to his growing discography. Blake Shelton, one of country music's biggest stars and the longtime fan favorite coach from The Voice, is no stranger to hearing contestants sing songs from other artists. As a mentor on the hit singing competition, he's spent years listening to hopeful vocalists take on tunes from a wide range of genres. But in a surprising revelation, Shelton recently admitted that there's one thing he doesn't want to hear: other artists covering his own songs. During a candid interview with a Nashville radio station, Shelton was asked how he feels about contestants on The Voice performing his music. His answer caught many fans off guard. "I hope nobody ever covers my songs," Shelton said with a laugh. "Not because I don't love hearing other people sing, but because my songs are so tied to my voice and my experiences. It would just feel strange." Blake's honest reasoning. Shelton went on to explain that his music is deeply personal and that he struggles to picture other artists performing tracks that were born out of his own life experiences. "When I write or record a song, it's because I connect to it on some level," Shelton said. "It might be about where I grew up, the people I love, or something I've been through. So when I think about someone else trying to step into that space, I can't help but feel protective of it." He admitted that the very idea makes him uneasy. "I'm honored when someone says they like my music enough to want to perform it. But I hope they'll stick to their own songs. I wouldn't even want to cover my own songs twice, if I'm honest," Shelton joked. His coaching perspective on covers. As a coach on The Voice for more than a decade, Shelton has advised countless contestants who dream of breaking into the music industry. One of his most frequent pieces of advice is to choose songs that truly resonate with them. You can tell when someone connects with a song, and you can tell when they don't, Shelton explained. That's why I'm always telling contestants, pick a song that means something to you. It doesn't have to be perfect vocally if you can make people feel it. That's magic. Shelton believes that authenticity is the key to standing out. If you're just picking a hit song because you think it'll get you votes, it's not going to work. You've got to make people believe it's your story, he said. Memorable Shelton covers on The Voice. Ironically, despite his hesitance about people covering his music, there have been several standout performances of Shelton's songs on The Voice over the years. Fans may remember when contestant Cassidy Pope delivered a heartfelt rendition of Over You, the emotional ballad Shelton co-wrote with Miranda Lambert. The performance not only helped Pope win the season, but also brought Shelton to tears on live television. That was one of the few times I've been okay with someone covering one of my songs, Shelton admitted. Cassidy sang it with so much heart that it reminded me why I wrote it in the first place. That's rare. It has to be the right person, in the right moment, for it to work. Other contestants have also tackled Shelton hits like God Gave Me You and Austin, with varying levels of success. It's always flattering, Shelton said, but I still get that little twinge of nervousness every time. Why Blake's songs are so personal. Part of what makes Shelton reluctant to hear others perform his music is how autobiographical many of his tracks are. Songs like Austin, Ol' Red, and God's Country reflect pivotal moments in his life and career. Austin was the song that started it all for me, Shelton said. It's hard to imagine anyone else singing it because it feels like a piece of my identity. Same with God's Country. That song was about my roots, my faith, and my pride in where I come from. Shelton emphasized that it's not about being possessive, but about protecting the emotional weight of his music. When you pour your soul into a song, it's like a snapshot of who you were at that time, he said. Hearing someone else try to recreate that moment feels like flipping through someone else's family photo album. It's personal. Fans react to Blake's comments. After the interview aired, fans quickly took to social media to weigh in on Shelton's remarks. Many expressed understanding for his perspective, while others admitted they would still love to hear other artists put their spin on his music. I get where he's coming from, one fan tweeted. His songs are so personal. But I'd still love to hear Kelly Clarkson do a cover of God Gave Me You. That would be amazing. Another fan wrote, Blake's voice is iconic, and I think that's why it's hard to imagine anyone else singing his songs. They're just his. The debate even spilled into the Voice fan forums, where viewers discussed which Shelton songs they'd like to see future contestants tackle. Popular suggestions included Boys Round Here, Some Beach, and Sangria. Gwen Stefani weighs in. Shelton's wife, pop star Gwen Stefani, offered a playful counterpoint when asked about his comments during a recent press event. Blake is funny because he says he doesn't want people to cover his songs, but he secretly loves it, Stefani teased. Every time someone covers God's Country, he gets this little proud smile. He can't help it. Stefani added that Shelton's humility is part of what makes him so beloved by fans. He doesn't think of himself as a big deal, even though he is, she said. That's why people love him so much. A lesson for aspiring artists. Shelton's comments ultimately highlight an important lesson for up-and-coming artists, the value of originality. While covering popular songs can be a way to showcase vocal ability, Shelton believes there's nothing more powerful than an artist performing something uniquely their own. People remember artists who stand out, Shelton said. If you're just trying to sound like somebody else, you're not going to last. Find your own voice, your own story, and stick with it. This philosophy has guided Shelton throughout his career. From his early days performing at small-town fairs in Oklahoma to his current status as a country music icon. I had to figure out who I was as an artist, and that took time, he admitted. But once I did, everything started to fall into place. What's next for Blake Shelton? Shelton may no longer be a full-time coach on The Voice, but he remains deeply connected to the show and its contestants. He continues to mentor aspiring artists behind the scenes and is reportedly working on new music of his own. "I've been writing a lot lately," Shelton said. "I don't know when the next album will be ready, but I'm excited about what we're putting together. It's going to be very personal, like always." When asked if he'd consider performing any of the new material on The Voice, Shelton chuckled. "Maybe," he said, "but don't expect me to let anyone cover it. I'm sticking to my guns on that one." Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.